So this is my first bamboo bike. All of my friends insisted that it would break, because it's bamboo. It works. I filled the rear triangle with polyurethane foam while I was building this, and the theory was that it would add more stiffness. The mountain bike frame transferred over here into this geometry, and then road bike components. I think possibly one of the problems with the bamboo itself was that it was too young. The bamboo needs to be between 3 and 5 years old, but I looked up online how to tell the age of a piece of bamboo, a bamboo stalk, as it's growing, and I found a bunch of different information, and I couldn't really make sense of any of it. Something to do with branches and their curves or something. Anyway, this one had branches, they were curved 3 times, so it should have been fine, but I don't know. Kind of flexy. So this is the lashing, and it's made out of hemp and wood glue. The recipe calls for carbon fiber and epoxy, but carbon fiber is energy intensive, and I'm kind of nerdy that way. So I wanted to match the natural theme of the bamboo with a natural, biodegradable, low energy intensive fiber with which to lash all of the joints. So I got single strand bamboo, single strand hemp cord, and so single strand meaning that it's not 3 strands twisted together, but a single strand twisted around and fairly thin. The reason being I wanted the glue to sink into the fiber as much as possible. So I figure a single strand would be better for that. I pinched a bead of glue into the fiber, into the string. I cut out about 1 meter of string and then smeared a bit of glue on the surface and then wrapped the string around. Anyway, I think most of the forces are what? The top tube would probably be pulling this way sometimes, but mostly pushing in this direction. So I wasn't so worried about it pulling out this way, but rather pushing into here. So that one is fine as long as it didn't slip off the side. Similarly, it's called the seat stays would probably be pushing up this way from transferring weight from the seat down here, and this is pushing down, which in my mind means that these struts are going to be pushing up. So I wrapped the string accordingly. The chain stays, I think that these are pulling this way. When you sit on the seat, force goes here through the seat tube, and then that would make this bottom bracket want to splay apart. So I had to make sure that these chain stays were well connected to the bottom bracket. So I posted a question on Instructables.com about how to make the bottom tube more torsionally rigid. Torsion meaning a twisting force like this. So if you push on the pedal, if I push down here, it should make a rotating force this way. Sure. And maybe it's something to do with the glue that I used. Somehow I don't think so, but possibly the joints are flexing. But somehow I don't think so. I'm not sure why. They just seem pretty stiff to me. And there's a problem with the headset. This headset comes off of a frame with a head tube that was, how big? 1 1/8 inch, I think, or whatever the larger standard head tube diameter is. And this one is a 1-inch head tube. So I had to put a big steerer tube and big headset in a small tube. So I went to a bunch of shops and everybody said, that is impossible. You can't put a big thing in a small hole. But I had an art show coming up and I didn't have any other options. And you're like, oh yeah, this turns really easy. And then you sit on it and it's like, oh God, I can't steer and there's cars coming at me. So it's a work in progress. It's a prototype. And here is the piece that I wanted to put on the back here. Anyway, my plan was to stick this thing on here, and then take some hemp string and glue and glue this sucker on here, like this. Oh, I didn't put any borax on the inside of the tubes, which I should have, but I didn't have time, and I didn't have any borax at the time. Stain, something to protect the outside of the bamboo from water, and the borax on the inside to protect it from mold. And I've got a little bit of mold growing right here on the outside. Yeah, so a little bit of trouble with mold, but I don't know, it's a natural thing. The tubes are this color because I roasted them over a stove, propane stove, and that dried out the bamboo and charred it a little bit, which keeps some, I guess it doesn't keep all the mold off, but it preserves the tubes a little bit and caramelizes the sugar inside of the bamboo shoots, the bamboo stalks, which makes them stiffer, or so the common wisdom goes. And last but not least, I was worried that the seat tube here would split from the torque of the seat posts going back and forth and side to side. I worried that it was going to split the bamboo apart here, so I just wrapped some hemp string around here, whoop, 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 about, I don't know, 20 times or something, and it's held up really well. And I put in a piece of mountain bike forks that more or less matched this seat tube size in here, and I cut a little slot, which you probably can't see, right here, a little slot. Where is it? Right here. And so that's, yeah, it just works like a regular bicycle. So I can just put a regular seat tube clamp on here, whoop, closes it up, holds the seat in place, and you're good to go. So that's my bike, my prototype bike.